Hi, this is Trey Pass, and welcome to my review of the Marvels, and this is going to have spoilers in it. And okay, and I'm also going to talk about the mid-credit scene and the post-credit scene. Okay, so buckle up for this. Again, like overall, I gave this movie a 7 out of 10. I think again the villain in this movie, or that character was severely, I think, underwritten, and we should have spent more time with her. They showed her, I guess, her motivation, a quick, they showed a quick little montage of her motivation, why she was basically calling Captain Marvel the Annihilator and stuff because she killed the Supreme Being. I forgot the for the Kree, that Supreme Being, the green creature that's like an AI. She killed it basically, and basically wiped out. Basically wiped. I think it wiped out the sun on their planet and stuff, and the people on her Earth, on her world, are dying. So she basically is going wanting revenge against Carol, and she's trying to get for her people water. I think sunlight. So she going to places that where Carol has friends. She I think goes to the home world, this planet where the Skrulls are, for I think for water, and then she goes. I forgot the other place she goes to for to get some. I forgot what the second part. I'm sorry, I'm blanking out on that. But I know the third thing, she goes to Earth literally to get the sun. To She's doing it to get revenge, and again, she calls the Carol, the Annihilator for what she did to her world, and of course, but her character, to me, we don't spend enough time with her character. There's another character with her that I guess seems to be guiding her or advising her, an advisor that seems to be telling her, because she's looking, she goes on in the beginning of the movie, you see it, she finds one of those, bracelet things that Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, has. So she finds one of them and she's looking for the other one, which Miss Marvel has. And you see that again, this guy is trying to advise her, but we don't get to spend enough time, I think, with this villain. Sometimes I think a really good point of having a good villain is that you spend time with them and you get to understand them, you get to sympathize with them, you get to understand. Now you could sympathize with her wanting, revenge against Captain Marvel for what she did, killing the AI that was helping their planet and all that stuff. But you don't spend enough time to see exactly, what her plan is, what her thought process is, and stuff. They don't show that enough. Okay, so you're not really invested in the villain in this movie, which is again a problem with the writing in this movie. And so the actress is good enough, in the few scenes that you see with her confronting Carol and fighting Carol and Monica and Kamala. But you need to spend more time with the villain and see her apart. See under truly get to sympathize with her, and I think you would sympathize with her to a point. But basically, she basically wipes out other peoples and stuff just to get revenge against Carol and to save her people. But you want a little bit more, I think, out of her character, which you don't really get in this movie. So I think and she looks like a knockoff version of Ronan the Accuser. Okay, she looks like a knockoff version, and she has like henchmen with her that like knockoff versions of Ronan the Accuser. So which again, if you would have spent more time with them, I think like perfect example would be the Last Guardians movie, the third one, where the High Evolutionary, he was the villain of that movie, and you did get to spend time, and they showed the flashbacks of how he treated Rocket and all that stuff. So you got to really kids, get to really hate this guy for what he did to Rocket, and because they showed you, the results of what he did to Rocket and his friends, and you really felt so much sympathy for Rocket and wanted him to get revenge because this high evolutionary guy, was just an asshole who just didn't care about anything but you know supposedly making things better, but he didn't care who he had to crush to do it. So you really hated this guy. Okay, and I think that's the problem with the villain in this movie. She's not in this movie enough for you to get to that level of hate. Okay, now the two things I was talking about in my other video, my other review with no spoilers, that I really didn't like in this movie. Okay, there's a scene where she goes to the, I think, yeah, this is it. The This is what I was thinking about, which I couldn't remember now. And I remember when they go to the second place where the main villain, she goes to this to the Skrull uh, world that they built up, that the settlement, and she tries to make a deal with them. and then Carol comes in, and then she basically she wants the water from them, and she basically destroys everything once she takes it. The second place she goes to is a planet where apparently Carol was uh, married to a prince, and it's a singing planet, and everybody has to sing, and it just it was really cringe-inducing to be perfectly honest. The only people to me that didn't come out looking bad in this whole little sequence, I think, was Kamala, because she's always happy-go-lucky for the most part, so she wasn't so bad. But I felt so cringe-worthy for for Monica. She just looked like she was so uncomfortable in this. And Brie Larson, of course, she didn't sing at all. Okay, but it just I, I know they did that for comedic effect, but you didn't need that to have that at all. That was just really cringe-inducing to have that singing part. That was just really not necessary. Okay, just enough. That was just I really hated that. And now the other part that I was talking about that they could have, they had that the cat that we saw from Captain Marvel, the cat that that's not really a cat that really kind of spits out the tentacles and stuff and eats stuff. Like towards the end where they have to abandon the space station, okay, and of course they can't fit everybody on there, so the great plan they find out, excuse me, that they find these little egg like things all around the ship, and then they find out they actually were basically baby cats. I guess the cat that they had was had it multiplied and had a bunch of kittens. So all these things hatch, and there's a bunch of kittens there, which is convenient, of course. And they so the great plan Nick Fury has is to get the people down, because it's easier to put kittens on a ship than people, right? It's easier, they can put more kittens in that ship than the big grown people. So basically, the great plan is to have the kittens basically eat everybody, swallow them, and then when they get back down to Earth, have them spit them back out. Okay, I think that was just they played it for laughs and stuff, but it was just not necessary. I just enough with having the one cat that did that was good enough, but having all these kittens running around, and then also playing while they were doing it, playing the song "Memories" from Cats the musical, it was just really just I really said, oh, that's totally not necessary. Why did you put this part? That just makes it just some comedy just doesn't work, and that really didn't work for me. Just having the kittens going around swallowing everybody up, and meanwhile they're playing the song "Memories" in the background. So you get it, Memories, the cats. No, that was just totally not necessary, and just really cringe-inducing. Okay, just not necessary for the movie. And again, the best part of the movie to me is, of course, Kamala Khan as AKA Miss Marvel. She's just so charismatic and so starstruck. And Captain Marvel's her hero. She gets to meet Captain Marvel. She gets to interact with Captain Marvel. And the best part to me are the parts where those three are together and interacting and stuff. And I think again, she's just a really good addition to this MCU. She's just so charismatic, and so you really root for her character because she's so you know she's full of energy and she's so charismatic, and I really really like her, and I like the TV show that she was on, and I know going forward because of the mid-credit scene that she's going to be in the Young Avengers, because we see in the mid-credit scene she she shows up, I guess at the I'm assuming that was the farm. I'm trying to think if that was the farm that Hawkeye, he brought her at the end of Hawkeye to his farm where his family was living. That's what it looks like she went, but I don't know why she would be there. Why she? Or maybe it wasn't there. Maybe she was in the apartment of Kate Bishop. Anyway, she's sitting there in the dark, and basically she's recruiting Kate Bishop for a team and stuff, and it's in her own cute way, and then even at the end she says please, which is just funny. And again, so we know they're going to be Young Avengers going forward. So we know at least Kate Bishop and Miss Marvel is going to be on the team. So we don't know who else they're going to, is going to be on the Young Avengers. But eventually they're going to have a Young Avengers movie, which I look forward to. I don't know if they'll do that as a series on Disney Plus, or either way. I would actually, maybe it would be better as a series, right? I think that'd probably be better if they do a Young Avengers series on Disney Plus. I think that probably would work. Then you could do like 6 or 8 episodes of them getting the team together and stuff, and then fighting a threat I think that would be good, and that could lead into one of the Avengers movie or Secret Wars or whatever. I think that would work. So that was good. Again, I love Camila Khan. Again, uh, Tanana Paris, who plays Monica Rambeau, she's real. Again, I liked her in WandaVision, and she was really good here. And again, remember, because her character and Captain Marvel, that's her niece, and she grew up, idolizing her, and again, her big thing was that she was, uh, you know, she was mad because she didn't come back like she said she would. Okay, and there was a reason. They explained why, because of what she did. She didn't want to come back. She did come back actually when her mother was dying and when she was out. When she got blipped out, uh, Monica. So they did show that uh, Captain Marvel came home when her mother was dying and stuff, and then she left. Okay, but they did have a brief scene about them talking about that and getting all that out. But again, I liked it. I like this movie for the most part. Like I said, it's not the worst MC movie or MCU project. Again, I think Secret Invasion is the worst one, but this was a decent movie. Again, I think the plot could have been better. Again, the villain could have been better written, and again, and spent more time with the villain. I think that's another thing that really hurt this movie, that the villain wasn't as fleshed out as she could have been. And again, the singing part, I think that was just so cringe inducing. That could have been taken out. And then also the thing with the kittens, and then playing memories behind. I think that was just so, I was just cringing at that. I said, oh. Thankfully, it doesn't last too long, but I think that was just way too not necessary. Okay, those two scenes, they could have taken those two scenes out of the movies or just written it another way. I just think that was just too silly. Okay, for me. But again, the special effects were pretty good in there, and I liked that when they were teaming up, they were training how to switch because the powers got tangled up in the beginning. They sort of switching back. But that part was actually pretty funny. Okay, and again, I like Kamala's family, her mom. They had a mom, her dad, and her brother in this movie, and they were good side characters. Sometimes you get annoying side characters and stuff, but I liked them on the TV show, and they were very likable in this movie, so I didn't mind them at all. And then, of course, you got Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson. He was pretty good in this one. Again, I just think the Secret Invasion show did him no favors, but he was decent here. And again, we got to see them interact again. And again, Kamala Khan, that actress, just really sells that starstruckness that she has for Carol and all that stuff. And again, I like the interaction between the three of those characters. That's probably the best part of the movie, with them their interaction and stuff. And then, of course, the way the movie ended was that basically Monica got trapped in in another universe. She had to close up one of the wormholes, okay, and she got stuck. And Captain Marvel tried to reach her in time, but she didn't. She didn't reach her in time. So basically, they think she's dead, or at least she's trapped on the other side of the universe. Okay, so they go back to Earth. Carol goes back to Earth, and it looks like she moves into Monica's mother's house. Okay, and Kamala and them are helping her unpack and all that stuff. So that's how that ended. And then we see the post-credit scene. Okay, the post-credit scene is when we see Monica wake up. Of course, we know she wasn't dead. So I thought maybe they would have her, show up or something, or have Carol, Captain Marvel rescue her or something. But they had the post-credit scene. She wakes up in a hospital bed and looks like she's being monitored. And then, she looks to her left, and then she sees what appears to be her mother. Okay, and it's played by the actress who played her mom. What's her name? I forgot the actress's name. Hold on. Let's see some. Oh, I mean this. Lashana Lynch, who plays Maria Rambeau. We got to see her, and she's she's happy. Of course, Monica's rambling, saying what happened and how you're here. Mom, she's rambling because her mom is in. She's saying where she is, and then all of a sudden we see somebody else start talking, and then we see the Beast. Okay, from the X-Men movie, which is obviously voiced by Kelsey Grammer, and it's a total CGI version of the Beast, but he looks like right out of the X-Men, the Fox X-Men cartoon. He has the lab coat on and stuff, and the two teeth, and he even mentions Xavier and stuff. and that was just, I was not expecting that. Okay, so we know. And then I watched Grace Randolph's video, and basically what they're saying is that I think in Secret Wars we're gonna have, I think most of the original Fox cast, X-Men cast in that movie, and then they're gonna transition from that, I think, into new X-Men that going forward. But that was nice to see Kelsey. I was not expecting Beast to show up in that post-credit scene, and of course, this Maria Rambeau doesn't know Monica, so she's basically, she even asked her at the end, and then you got to see the big X on the door, and then and she even asks, she tells Monica, "Who are you?" She doesn't know her. That's obviously, this is a different universe, and I think Hank mentioned, the Beast mentions it, that you transition. She tells her that she transitioned to a different universe, so Monica is basically in a different universe. Okay, so I'm waiting to see how they resolve that. I guess maybe in Secret Wars or whatever, but we'll see how that plays out. But again, like I said, overall, I gave the movie a 7. It was entertaining in spots and stuff, and it wasn't as bad as people make it out to be. You know, they make this movie like this is the worst thing ever, but it's not. Trust me. Okay, it's not the worst movie ever. Okay, this movie definitely had entertaining points to it and stuff. And again, I think the best points were the 3 actresses together and stuff, and the special effects were great in this. Okay, and I liked it. Okay, I would give it I would give it a 7. It's not the worst MCU movie at all. I think the Secret Invasion, I just really hated Secret Invasion. Okay, but it was a decent movie, just not the best. It could have been a lot better. Again, I think with better writing, okay, it could have been better. And again, more time with the villain to give her more, make her a memorable villain. Of course, she died in this movie. Again, another MCU villain that shows up, that has potential, but dies ultimately, which is another problem Marvel has with their villains. Okay, but like I said, a lot of people again are gonna crap on this movie, and I don't know, it's probably not gonna make that much money, but it's not the worst MCU project at all. I know people just still crap, like they love to crap on it. They love the people that just exist to crap on this stuff, and to me, it's not the worst. Okay, it's not the worst at all. Again, like I said, I hope to see Miss Marvel. Hopefully, they'll do a Young Avengers, not a movie. I want to do a Disney Plus series with her, Kate Bishop. I know Iron Lad, maybe. Who else? A couple of people, more people to be in this. What's that girl? The Iron Man, the black lady girl that was in the Black Panther movie. I can't remember her name. Iron Lad, was that Iron Lad or Ironheart? That's what her name. Maybe she can be in it too. A couple other people, but hopefully they can make that a Disney Plus series. That would be a better way to go than a movie. I think do a Disney Plus series, then you can make it like 6 or 8 episodes and have them meeting, recruiting, and fighting whoever they're going to fight. Okay, but anyway, again, I gave this movie a 7. The Marvels. It's not the worst movie that you can see. It definitely is entertaining. Again, like I said, those 2 parts, I thought the singing part was just so unnecessary, really cringeworthy. They didn't really need to have that in the movie. And then the second part with the cats and playing memories, just totally, that was just another cringe-inducing part that they didn't really have to do. Okay, but other than that, I really enjoyed the movie. And again, I'm a big fan of Kamala Khan, that character, Miss Marvel. She's just so charismatic, and you starstruck, and just it's so really good to see her again interacting with Monica and Carol. That was really probably the best part of the movie to me. But anyway, 7 out of 10 I gave it for me. Anyway, links to my social media in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel for views and opinions. You check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. Okay, my Patreon is only $5 a month. Tons of content on there, tons of unedited content on there. Everything from WandaVision to Loki, to Loki season 2. Gen V is on there. I got Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Stargirl, Superman and Lois. Got movies on there. The Flash movie, Black Adam, Glass Onion on there. I got Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. I got a movie called Bones on there. I got Evil Dead Rise on there. So I got tons of content on there. I think I even have not Evil Dead Rise. Something. What is the other one? Oh yeah, the vampire movie. I can't think of the name of it now. But I have the one that came out in August. I can't think of the name of it right now. The vampire movie. with Dracula on the ship. I can't remember the name of it, but that's on my Patreon as well. So tons of content on there. Follow link down below to check it out, and subscribe to that if you would like, to support me that way. Also, please give this video a like, and also hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trey Pastors. Thanks so long. Take care.